What's up, my ponios? Andy with Tech Influence here. Excited to share with you guys another one of these comparison videos. I've been meaning to do this here for a long time, and I wanted to make sure I got every individual case review done before we jumped into my actual review, and I also had it for an extended period of time. With that said here, I am reviewing 5 different leather cases here. They look the same color, different hues, different types of leather, different styles, and different utility. With that said, before we jump into it though, I do have a relationship with these 3 brands. Nomad, I have a relationship with Andar and Bellroy. Now, this is not a sponsored video from any of these brands. Nonetheless, I have worked with them in the past. They've provided these to me for free, and I do have links down below that do help out the channel. So with that said here, I'm gonna go ahead and try to share with you as bias-free as I can 5 leather cases that I find that are awesome, that I use on the regular. Now, I will crown a winner at the very end, so stay to the very end here for that judgment. So these are the 5 brands that we have. We've got Nomad, Nomad Goods, we've got Bullstrap, we've got Andar, we've got Sandmarc, and then lastly, Bellroy. Now, Bellroy, I have an iPhone 15 Pro Max case, but this is the color that I got for the 15. And so you can see here that the color is the same, but the size is different, but functions the exact same as well. There's 3 main tenets here that I want to judge by. 1 is patina, 2 is function and use, and 3 is price. All of them do take MagSafe. As you can see, they can all slap on MagSafe except for the Bellroy. If you've got the wallet, it doesn't necessarily, but if you've got, you know, the regular back, you can go ahead and do MagSafe. All of them snap on, although not all of them have the anchor, so it is going to slide a little bit. If you wanted to add something like this content creation piece, this is the SnapGrip, which is something that I really like. I like to opt into. It snaps onto it. You've got a shutter button, 5,000 milliamp battery. This is really great, especially if you have a lens on the Sandmark. With that said, let's go over the price here. I'm gonna go ahead and line them up by price and how much they are worth. Bellroy is gonna be your cheapest. This one, I think, is pretty ubiquitous. I've seen it all over the place. The way that they make the leather is a little bit less superior, but the price is really nice here, and they've got a bunch of utility. The next is Andar. It's still pretty high. It's higher than $50. If you use my code down below, you can get 15% off your order. The next is Sandmarc. Because they add the aluminum alloy here on the buttons as well as the camera mount for their lenses, it is more expensive. It's about closer to $70. The next 2 here are premium grade leather here that is tanned and sourced from companies that have been long-standing in the market. And so you're going to be paying about $70 here for the Nomad Horween leather. You can opt into their cheaper modern leather. And then you've got Bullstrap, which was like $79.99. This was the most expensive. Now, I've done a separate video here on all of these products you can check out. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and show you here next step, which is function and usability. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the Andar. So it comes in a bunch of different colors here. As you saw, Bellroy and Andar have the most colors, which is really awesome. I opted into the camel tan as well as the moss. Bellroy, you've got the English tan, and then it's like this green color. I don't know what they called it. The difference between the 2 here is that Bellroy has a partial wrap around the entire case, whereas Andar has it completely in all the way around. So as you can see, they have a polycarbonate core here that it wraps around almost all the way to the edge, and you can see that it's tanned and it is glued into the seam. This one is the specific credit card holder with RFID protection, which is cool. You also have a plain one, which I opted into. This is obviously on the 15, but it's available there. Functionality-wise, if you are a traveler, you can hide a SIM card there, which is nice. On the iPhone, it's an eSIM, so you'll notice that difference. If you look on Andar, it's also got MagSafe. I really like the anodized buttons. They're really nice. They have them on the Bellroy as well. And then we move over to Sandmarc. Sandmarc has a really clean metallic build and polycarbonate core as well. What's cool is it's got the ability to actually connect their accessories on here. So they've got their 17 millimeter, I think it's 17 or 15 millimeter lens here that you could strap on. I've got their wide, you can get their tele, you can get their anamorphic. They have a bunch of different options here. You can go ahead and screw in on the tele and the ultra wide. It's built right into the leather case. This is full grain leather here. It's high quality. And what's cool about this from the Sandmarc, they do wrap it all the way around as well, and they have anodized buttons that make it for really clicky. Although the action button was a little difficult to get it to click. I will say the build is a little bit weaker on the Sandmarc. It is a little bit more warped just because they have to form fill, you know, this metal as well as, you know, wrap it all the way around. And you can see that there's some corners that they took. Lastly here, I'm really disappointed here with my Nomad. This was in my backpack for a little bit, and you can see that it's kind of ruined. So it's a little bit softer of a leather. I had something in there that was poking on it, and so now it's been, you know, aged. But I really like the patina on the Horween leather. It does not wrap all the way around. It kind of cuts on the edge here. However, you do have a really high quality drop grade protection case. So if you want to have that, you know, polycarbonate and TPU blend to be able to give you that military drop grade, this is where you want to opt into. Next is bull strap. This one is the most expensive, and this one was actually the least impressive. They do have a bunch of different colors, but as you can see here, the full grain, it just doesn't seem like it was tanned right. I don't know, maybe that's just because it's higher quality. I do like this raised bump that does have leather and it's wrapped all the way around as well. MagSafe was a little bit to be desired, but it's still reasonable. They do have the metallic buttons here. They're inset a little bit differently. I like that. And then lastly here is look. I think, honestly, my favorite here, I like the bull strap and Andar. I think they look the best in the hand. And then I'll say Bellroy and then Sandmarc. I don't really like how bulky this cutout is for the camera bump, but the utility is way high on my list. And then Nomad, I just feel like over in the last year, they've just lost quality here. Buttons don't line up and they have issue. That concludes my review here. The 3 different tranches that I think you want to be looking at as far as leather goes. I think as far as like the cleanest in the hand, Andar is the softest of the leather. I really like the full grain leather on there. Bull strap feels great in the hand as well. As far as usability, I think the Sandmarc and the Bellroy, depending on what type of case that you want. If you wanted something that matched your lifestyle as far as color and customizability, Andar really takes the cake. Same with Bellroy. They've got a bunch of different colors. Nomad, they only have black and they've only got the brown for the Horween. They have a couple more colors here on the modern leather. Pretty disappointed, so they're on the bottom of my list. As far as feeling in the hand, the most synthetic feels like is the Bellroy, so we're gonna put them at 4th. 3rd is gonna be bull strap. While the leather is very, very high quality, I hate this cutout here on the bottom. I don't like how it doesn't wrap all the way around, and it does look like in some areas that the leather is kind of crumpled up. The 2 last cases here, I think as far as usability, I think Sandmarc takes the cake here. But as far as like vibe and smell and feel, the Andar really takes it. So it depends on what you want to do. If you want to do content creation, you know, post on TikTok. If you want to have lenses and being able to use, you know, the Sandmarc ecosystem, I highly recommend Sandmarc. Otherwise, if you just want to carry something that's really nice in the hand, if you want to complement your bag or your watch or your wrist strap, Andar has all those other accessories as well. With that said, guys, thanks so much for watching. I will have down below all of the links for the products here. There are some affiliate links, especially the ones with the cases that I have relationships with, those brands. Nonetheless, Andy with Tech Influence, thanks for watching, sponsored video, all that good stuff. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. We'll catch you in the next one.